And then we're going to add, we picked a preliminary number, I heard 800,000. 977.
977.
I'm a little,
Okay, now that's a little high. It's a little high
I'm at
because
798.
it's got 678 on the end. It's gonna round up. It's gonna be 978.
978.
So do you want to change that amount?
I would like to.
Okay,
The 798.
I'd like to go for. I'd rather not. I guess it really doesn't matter.
so that's still up there.
977, 4.
Still gonna round up. That's 976. To us, I think our discussion that Ryan and I have been having are about not having radical dips in.
Correct.
Right? So to us, like that's,
That's, to me, is right on,
yeah,
or
Right.
it should be, and I think that problem is, this number, the couple thousands do make a difference, and I know people are looking at right, they kinda do. When you're talking the 4% down the road, I think this is personally what we should be doing and put towards, extra towards the Fund 39. And if for some reason, hopefully next year and the following year and the following year, we continue to drop that 4% off that particular number right there, our goal should be to average 608. That'll take many years off the debt. It can handle a constricting school district based upon how many kids are in there and preps you for the future. If things change where there's something drastic, obviously you can back off that. It's not going to, it's only going to help us prepare strategically for the future of this school district. And I hope all of you would agree to that.
yeah.
Jim, you had a question.
yeah, I'm getting a little confused at the two different topics, the defeasance and the
Fund
Fund 46. Where's the Fund 46 money coming from?
It's coming out of local.
We would just be budgeted.
Out of our budget, yeah.
Okay,
It's really committing,
200,000
like,
out
your
of,
fund,
say,
you're
200,000
taking money out
our
of Fund
budget
10.
would be put into that
Correct.
fund.
Yeah.
It actually goes into a bank account, Fund 46, and the interest that it gets is literally just sitting in that Fund
So,
46.
something-
Okay, but
something that
that's
would've
not-
helped us?
That's not the defeasance one.
No.
No,
that's
okay.
not.
So here, this is a, if, just realizing right now, so there's always been this $100,000 commitment from the Board of Education before I got here even, to go towards auditorium. That could have been put in Fund 46 and been reported the entire time, and it could have been considered an expense now. So there could have been a benefit the year that that was determined if Fund 46 was designated.
That was
It could have went
probably
into there.
10 years ago, that
Yeah.
was 446.
Fund 46 maybe wasn't even a
That
fund.
was when Ron Beery was.
Yeah.
There's a
Fund 46 was, we went in 1 year after it was, or even during the year it was, and then we had the 250,000 in that.
Because it really, that's what's happening,
Paid back to
is
the
like,
taxpayers that time.
the $100,000 is getting glommed into this year's budget, but really it's exactly the discussion, it's a
How
Fund
did we get
46
to pull that out
expense.
of there that time?
The 100,000, there's 100,000 that's sitting in committed, and then there's 100,000 in assigned. It really isn't doing anything. It's just like, we've set this aside for this purpose. It takes a board resolution, I believe, to actually move it to just unassigned
So,
general fund balance. So there's 200 that's like not in the unassigned fund balance.
so what's important is like buses, that is not Fund 46.
No.
That's a cost, that would be something where you would make a board commitment and fund balance, you know?
You're building maintenance though and things like that, Kim.
Right.
So,
So electrical, even the technology infrastructure, all that stuff, that fits that. So we've already seen a 5-year plan from our tech department, and with that, it has some infrastructure stuff. So that could all be part of a 5-year capital maintenance plan, and or even a 15, and that could be funded through Fund 46.
So that'd be maintenance, so it couldn't be used for an add-on building or something?
yeah, Kim.
Not sure, it's just not vehicles, is the thing. So we look at the stuff that we, and not computers, but it'd be the infrastructure that goes along with computers, just not for devices, it's not for, like, they're kind of consumable, aren't they? Yeah.
Well, it's because of the
Right, there you
depreciation
go.
schedule, and that's the reason why.
Anything
So, because
building
you're using the
related.
depreciation to do the fund, so is really what's going on.
I looked at this quick, I know these things get outdated as school finance changes, but this is a referendum mailer. And when it went out, these are based on Baird models, right? This was before I
Yeah.
got here. So in 1920, the estimate was 1016 for the mill rate, in 2021 it was 982, 21-22 it was also 982. I don't know what they use for factors for valuation increases or anything like that, but this was a
It wasn't that high.
specific mailer that went out with kind of long-term forecasted rates.
Sure.
All right, so, to me, we just have to make sure we understand, so tonight we added, the additional $3,000, some change into Fund 38. So that would change the budget itself. And then we just changed, this amount for referendum approved debt for Fund 39 to $2,423,066. So with that, Ryan, I think the key part would be in this, because this is the budget hearing notice. Can you go to that worksheet and identify where it would change on this document?
I kind of marked them on there, if you go to the next page.
Can you hold that out so I
Yeah.
can see where we're at here? Something that looks like that.
Can you go to the next page on here and I can just clean them out too? Yeah,
On the actual presentation?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to see. So it is right after the little itty bitty Fund 80.
So on the first page, it's gonna change this debt service fund section, so the paper notice really rolls up stuff that you guys actually end up approving, what you saw a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So these numbers right here, this 1.725 million, that would change. That would change on the paper notice to this plus, if it's the, whatever, it was 790 roughly, 790,000, so that would change. If you go to the next one, and then I would have to update this date up here if it's, it'll be the
Sure.
version you approved tonight. The paper has a copy of this one now, right, because they had to reserve the space. This page at the top, this would be, no, it's not in here, but I noted that's,
38,827.
this is where Fund 46 would change. Fund 46 actually does hit an account on there because we have to record a Fund 10 expense, which the expense is basically, we're transferring Fund 10 money to Fund 46. But that can be done with the budget amendment, but that's where it hit is right up here. Because here's that number, that 1,018 roughly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Everything below, so this money down here, this 4 million that you're seeing, that's the referendum money being spent. But this will be our ending fund balance at the end of the year, this 1,018. Well, if you put 200,000 in there at some point during the year, that'll go to $2,001.18. Here's the Fund 38, so that would be 35,900 something, so that number would change.
That changed to 38,827.
And then down here, so this is all funds, which this looks really crazy, because if you, 2 years ago when this was 16, 17, our
Yeah, that's just,
costs went up because all these referendum monies in here, we spent about $22 million on referendum last year, but any expense you add will get added down here as well. And then the very bottom of that page, that is the tax levy amount, so there's the $1.6 million that would go up by whatever is added to Fund 39, and then Fund 80 is down here below that, so that'll go up as well.
What is the bottom number there?
Which one?
One way in the bottom, the new one.
yeah, I gotta do the math.
This
for
is
you.
Fund 38, the 35,634, that's the community one. This one is the tutoring.
Okay. This is gonna have to change right here.
Yeah, that would change, because it's gonna total up all these, so if you
Okay.
have money up here, it's gonna change the
Okay.
numbers down there.
That number we don't have.
Okay, so that number we can do now. That's what I was trying to get at. So Ryan, on this first page, the revenues and other financing resources. So you have Fund 49, nothing changes on this front page,
Yeah, it does.
okay?
The Fund 49 levy,
Yep.
the expenditures, and other finance.
Do you mean Fund 39? It's just throwing
Fund
me the
39.
number.
He's meaning Fund 39, right?
You mean Fund 39?
Yeah, sorry.
Ah, okay,
Fund 49 is actually where we're expending the revenue money.
okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So we need to add 788
788.
to this.
Which line is that again, please?
Is it going to the expenditures or is it going to the revenues? It's going to both.
Yes.
Got it.
So what's the number?
You're doing the
Seven?
expenditures in there.
There. You know what I do? I'm gonna do this. All right, so I'm gonna take 17, 2, 8, 9, 6, 2, 1, 1, 7, 3, 1, 1, 7. Let's do this.
So the difference between those two numbers,
Yeah.
you'll see that we have more being expended than revenue coming in. That's because we have interest sitting there
Correct.
from the taxpayer money we have before we made September's interest only payment. We earned interest on that, so we're shorting the levy by the interest that's sitting there.
Sure. Okay, so those are new numbers for the debt service fund. And, what's that amount? Is it 3,000 and some change? $3,153. What do you mean? This file? So could you, if you updated this, put those amounts in it and email it to me, we could put it up on the board, they could say, yep, that's it, right? Okay. That will be it, there are no other changes, because both of these dollar amounts should transfer down below. Will that already pre-populate the bottom of it?
I'll show you.
Rockstar.
Fund 80 was. Can you print that, or go back to the revenue worksheet?
Sure. I'm gonna print it.
What is the total levy?
Total estimated fall levy, 6.487876.
Is that additional money paying off? So it's the actual loan?
Yes.
Or the interest?
Both.
I mean,
It depends,
somewhat.
so, well, it depends. A lot of times you probably have to see which one. I think it'll go be paid, actually paid off more quickly because you can do your schedule. It's huge. So when you apply it towards the schedule, here it'll come back and you get to keep on the rate, yeah, what your site's gonna do. So, it's,
And the interest invited runs back that much.
Can do that.
You may not be able to call them immediately.
Absolutely.
Call them early.
So.
Somewhere on that schedule.
You could call your lawyer, you could call call your own bond, doesn't.
Yeah, it broke up in a lot of different ones.
Yeah, you can call your bond your own time. So not that you would want to, just right.
So it's not
You purchase or you should pay off.
pay off.
No, it's not, yeah, we could pay off your home. Where we get that?
So we'll go to the budget adoption format.
That's right, that's right. Okay, so I'm gonna minimize
No, you can go to the other one. So I think I have them highlighted if you scroll up. So here's where I added them in. If you click on them, you can see the 788 I added in there.
Mhm.
So this is what the format that we went over on Monday, and then the next format, the next tab.
Oh, is that column literally? This is the prior one?
Well, this is where how it all rolls up. This is all the extra
Yeah.
detail, taxes,
Yeah.
payments, and then the
That
one
you
that
got.
goes in the paper is
Is the
very
next tab.
condensed.
Okay.
So go to that next black tab on there.
Are we gonna go to budget publication?
Yep. This is the one that'll actually be, scroll all the way to the top. Yeah, so I'll update the date on there, and if you scroll down to the debt service fund, click on,
Did I skip it?
yeah, it's this, like the third one on the top.
Okay.
No, not third one, third box, sorry.
You said third from the top.
Yeah.
Who knew
That
this was
point
gonna
at
be
the
the most
screen.
difficult?
There's the second box special.
There we go.
Okay.
That's service one.
So click in both of those.
Yep.
The-
2,506.
So those are all filtering over, that's why there's cell references. So
Yep.
so go to the very bottom now. And this is where you'll see this number, this is what the total on that revenue enrollment worksheet is. If you go back to that now, 6487876.
So if I pull up that Excel doc,
Yeah.
yep,
6487876.
Number matches. 2423. Yep, okay,
And then I did put that little $3,000 in the Fund 38 also.
okay.
So that's how to go in there, and then this for resolution tab, that's even different from the previous two. That's the format you'll actually see on the annual meeting for.
Okay. One question for you. I know that one of these resources actually kicked out a mill rate. Was it the budget? Was it budget adoption format that did have a mill rate on it?
No,
We
nothing
need
ever showed a mill
evaluation
rate.
in
None of them
order
do?
to get the mill rate though.
They showed tax levy in dollar amount.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what it did. On the bottom it does that. Okay. Got it.
Does paying off the referendum debt more rapidly do anything for our aid?
No.
This-
As far as,
But it's just the
the money you could get in the future from yourself,
It's just saving us a lot of money.
it's saving us tons.
Wow,
That could be
you
used.
do that much every year to ever go out, that makes me, that's half the interest.
Okay, so now you're getting a paper copy of this. I just printed it out so you actually have it.
Ooh.
Thank you.
And then what we'll do is we'll take this piece and then we'll put this in the agenda as well, so it's like artifact and evidence of it. So we'll find it.
Is this easy to explain to our two people in the audience on our annual meeting?
Yes, it
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
Financially, it's it's very obviously a good thing to do.
is. Yes, it is.
What about those people who say, I want my tax levy to go down to
It will go down
whatever?
actually in the future in your
Long
preparing.
term.
us.
You don't know the
Long
top
term,
very
it's
top.
actually pushing it down further long term. It's doing the smart thing.
And what we'll do too, I mean,
We're
as
actually pushing our levy down in the future.
we can work with our financial advisor
Thank you.
to come up with a new amortization schedule, which will show that
Here
too.
you are.
So to me, I think that's the proof is in the pudding when it comes to that, so I think that's a big deal.
So So we have resolution 1920-83. I need somebody to make a motion for approval of preliminary budget revision with a number added in there as to what they want added in there. I'd like the motion to state that,
Oh, sure.
the 788.
Yep, I'll make the motion that we add the 788,000 into the budget, which should adjust the mill rate to close to 9.77.
Motion's been made by Joe, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Jenny. Any more discussion or questions about this resolution for revising the budget?
And there's a certain township where it's really gonna go up and just give them Joe's number.
None of that.
You can.
But that's the way
The
the
goal is to,
Is to-
I look at it as
Right, either
long-term
way,
strategically pushing your
they gotta,
taxes down in the
put
future.
it this way, their
even more.
taxes were lower for a lot of years because
No.
they weren't assessed at 100%.
Well, I really look at it as your taxes are gonna go down much more in the future.
In the future. Agreed.
It's strategically advantageous to, and it prepositions the school district for much better shape.
Agreed.
Any more discussion? Joe?
Aye.
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 Motion carried 5-0-2. Okay, the only other thing I have that Janet's asking is anybody else going to the regional meeting on October 29th?
October 29th.
It's a Tuesday.
That's 7 PM or 6 PM?
6 PM is registration, 6:30 is dinner, 7:30
That's
is.
right.
Is anybody planning to go?
Yeah, is anybody?
Dick and I are going.
Oh, I'll go too.
And usually,
I'm going.
And Scott's going.
I'll go.
they usually started earlier this year, they're not. Huh?
Well,
Oh, I
they
saw them starting
do
early
have
or
a something going on at like 4:30.
Yeah, it is 4. They said don't show up before 4, is what I
Yeah.
saw.
Okay, so Dick, Joe, myself, and Scott.
Good.
Other than that, this meeting's adjourned.